The slap echoes across the courtyard. Sergeant James Harrington, 6 years of service, impeccable record, pride of the Royal Guard, grabs the woman's arm, pins her to the ground, raises his rifle bayonet. Halt! His voice cuts through the summer air like a blade. In 45 minutes, his career will be over. His uniform stripped away. Everything he fought for, gone. But right now, in this moment, he doesn't care. Before we dive deeper, hit that like button and subscribe if stories like this shake you. Drop a comment. Tell us where you're watching from. These stories travel further than you think. Here's what you need to understand about Sergeant James Harrington. He's 32 years old, one of the few Black Royal Guards at Buckingham Palace. For 6 years, he stood at attention in that iconic red uniform, bearskin cap weighing heavy on his head, maintaining the dignity of a 200-year-old tradition. 6 years of tourists trying to make him laugh, 6 years of cameras flashing, 6 years of children waving, couples taking selfies, families marveling at his discipline. But 6 years of something else too. The comments. Always the comments. Some are curious, some are innocent, some cut like knives. Today is different. Today, the summer heat is crushing, the kind that makes the red fabric cling to your skin, makes sweat pool beneath the bearskin cap, makes breathing feel like work. The changing of the guard ceremony begins. Precision, tradition, pageantry. The crowd gathers, phones up, cameras ready. The usual mix, families, tourists, couples, children, pointing with wonder. Jim stands at his post. East gate, ramrod straight, eyes forward, breathing steady. Then he hears it. "Hey, Black One, can you give us a smile for the camera?" The voice slices through the ceremony. Sharp, mocking, deliberate. A blonde woman, phone held high, face twisted with amusement and disdain. Jim doesn't move. Not a muscle. Years of training take over. His face remains stone. His posture perfect. This is what he does. This is who he is. The woman gets louder. "What's with all this diversity? If they're going to keep doing this nonsense, at least let real Britons wear the uniform." Laughter ripples through the small group around her. Jim feels his jaw clench, just barely. He forces his breathing to steady. Don't react, don't give them anything. But she's not done. Look at him standing there like a statue. Can't even defend himself. I bet he doesn't even understand what I'm saying. Do you speak English? Or just whatever they speak where you're from? The words burrow under his skin. 6 years of this. 6 years of proving himself. 6 years of being better than everyone else, just to be considered equal. Oh, come on, not even a twitch? Maybe if we poked him with a stick, he'd move. Anyone got a stick? A man nearby speaks up. Leave him alone, he's just doing his job. The woman rounds on him. His job is to stand there and look pretty for the tourists. And he can't even do that right. Look at him. Doesn't even fit in with the others. Inside Jim's white gloves, his hands are clammy. His heart pounds. But his face gives nothing. A security guard notices the commotion, approaches. "Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to step back. These guards are not here for your entertainment." The woman scoffs. "Oh, come on, it's all just a bit of fun. No harm done, right?" "Ma'am, you're causing a disturbance. These guards have a job to do. They're a vital part of our national heritage. We ask that all visitors show them respect." For a moment, it seems to work. The woman, Haley, Jim will learn, takes a step back. The security guard walks away. Haley steps right back to the fence. Here's where it gets worse. "Hey you, Black One." Her voice is louder now. "You blend well with that hairy cap. Can't see anything except your eyes. Ha ha. Show us your teeth so we can tell you're a real person." The crowd around her laughs, uncomfortable, nervous. But they laugh. A young boy tugs on her sleeve, about 10 years old. Why doesn't he smile, Aunt Haley? Because he's a royal guard, you idiot. They're not supposed to move no matter how funny or hard you bother them. But why does he wear that funny uniform? Why is his hat so big? Haley rolls her eyes. It's just for show, you nitwit. To make tourists like you gawk and take pictures. But why does he look so serious? Because he can't think for himself. He's been told to stand there and look stupid. So that's what he does. The boy frowns. But what if he needs to go to the bathroom? Oh, for heaven's sake, Daniel! That's enough! Haley snaps. If you're so fascinated, why don't we see if you can make him move? I bet he's not as disciplined as he pretends. The white ones are better at holding their posture, I've heard. Daniel reaches into his pocket, pulls out a handful of peanuts. He tosses one at Jim. It bounces off his polished boot. Jim doesn't move, doesn't blink. But inside something is breaking. 6 years of training, 6 years of discipline, 6 years of being the example, reduced to this. A target for peanuts. The boy throws another, then another. A black woman in the crowd steps forward. Keep your child away from the fence. Show some respect. Haley rounds on her. An argument erupts, voices rising, chaos building. Major Timothy Hall appears, Jim's superior, distinguished, authoritative. Is there a problem here, Sergeant? Jim's voice is steady. Perfect. No, sir. No problem, sir. But it's a lie, and they both know it. The security guard returns, firmer this time. Ma'am, I've already warned you once. If this continues, I'll have to ask you to leave. He looks at Daniel. And you, young man. Keep your hands off the fence. If I catch you tossing anything else, you and your aunt will face a fine. Haley huffs, backs down. Major Hall walks away. The ceremony continues. But something in Jim has shifted. The heat presses down. The uniform clings. The bearskin cap feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. Daniel turns to his aunt. Aunt Haley, I'm bored, and it's so hot. Let's go. Haley seizes the moment. Oh, Daniel, you're right. This black guard is a boring sight. But you know what? He's only boring because he's fake. Look over there. Those royal guards are the real ones. Jim's jaw clenches tighter. The crowd shifts, moving toward the center of the palace, better view of the main ceremony. In the commotion, Daniel drops something. His toy guard figure. The one that looks like Jim's uniform. It falls inside the restricted area, near Jim's post. My toy! My royal guard! Daniel cries. Aunt Haley, can you get it for me? Please? Oh, for heaven's sake, Daniel, it's just a stupid toy. Forget about it. Please! Dad gave it to me before... His voice breaks. Haley sighs. Fine, if it'll shut you up. She looks at Jim, still motionless at his post. Hey, you, blackguard, be useful for once and pick up that toy. You know I'm not allowed in there. Jim remains silent. His duty prevents him from moving, from responding. What's the matter? Are you deaf as well as dumb? I said pick up the toy. Daniel speaks up. You said he's not allowed to move, Aunt Haley. Haley huffs. Why does everything have to be so difficult? This is the moment everything changes. Haley glances around. Most of the crowd has shifted to the front gate. She climbs the fence. Steps into the restricted area. Walks straight toward Jim. What kind of guard are you? She spits, standing inches from his face. Too good to hand over a toy? Or maybe you're just following orders like a good little soldier. No mind of your own. Jim remains perfectly still, but inside, he's at war with himself. 6 years. 6 years of this. 6 years of swallowing rage. Haley makes her decision. She raises her hand and slaps him across the face. The sound cracks through the air. There. Let's see you ignore that, you... Something inside Jim snaps. Years of training, years of discipline, years of turning the other cheek. All of it falls away in an instant. He grabs her arm, Swift, practiced, pins her to the ground. In the same motion, he raises his rifle bayonet. "Halt!" His voice echoes across the east gate. Time stops. A few onlookers gasp. Cameras flash, phones record. Daniel stands frozen, eyes wide with shock. Haley sees the cameras. Her demeanor shifts instantly. "Oh, please, I'm sorry, spare my life. I only fell over the fence trying to get a good picture of you." The performance is Oscar-worthy, tears, trembling, the perfect victim. The camera flashes, break Jim's focus. He realizes what he's done. His grip loosens. The bayonet falls to the ground with a clatter. He steps back, stunned by his own actions. Haley seizes the moment. "Please, can you help me get back over the fence? I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding. Sometimes I get confused and do things I'm not supposed to do." Words spilling out. Anything to save herself. Jim, reluctantly, gestures to the east gate. Escorts her calmly along the perimeter. He opens the gate. She steps through. Just as she crosses the threshold, she looks back at him. A fleeting, triumphant smile. Then she spits on his shoes. The act is subtle, hidden from the crowd, but its intent is crystal clear. Jim stands rooted, facing the judgmental stares of onlookers. Some look shocked, others angry, a few confused. In that moment, Jim realizes he's crossed a line, the one he swore never to cross. The chaos erupts fast. Voices clash, arguments flare. He shouted, "Halt first!" That woman was harassing him all day. She even slapped him. He attacked a civilian. Is this how Royal Guards behave now? Major Hall appears, his face a mask of disappointment and bewilderment. Haley's voice cuts through. "He assaulted me! I only wanted a picture and he attacked me!" Major Hall makes his decision, quick, decisive. "Sergeant Harrington, you're relieved from your post. Follow me to my office, immediately." In the office, Jim tries to explain. "Sir, I need to tell you exactly what happened." "I don't want to hear it, Sergeant." Major Hall's voice is sharp, cold. "It's hard to believe a woman would go as far as jumping the fence simply over a toy. Stop making excuses." "But sir, you saw her earlier, making racist remarks, disturbing the peace." "Shouting provocative words and jumping over fences are not connected, Sergeant Harrington. Enough. Your duty was to maintain composure. Do I make myself clear?" Jim nods, jaw clenched, the words he wants to say trapped behind his teeth. "I'm disappointed in you, Harrington. You know better than this." Major Hall pauses. The weight of what comes next hangs in the air. "Hand over your uniform and rifle. You're suspended pending a full investigation." The words hit like a physical blow. 6 years. Gone. Jim changes into civilian clothes. The uniform he wore with such pride now folded on Major Hall's desk. As he walks out, he feels naked, vulnerable. The eyes that follow him carry judgment he can't escape. Outside, he scans the crowd for Haley and Daniel. They've vanished. The ceremony winds down. Fresh guards assume their posts. Jim sits on a bench, alone. No longer the center of attention, just another face in the crowd. A small voice breaks through his thoughts. "Excuse me, sir?" Jim looks up. Daniel, wide eyes, worried face, not recognizing Jim without the uniform. "Have you seen a blonde woman, about 5 foot tall? Purple crop top? She's my aunt. I'm lost." Jim's first instinct is to walk away. "No, leave me alone, boy." The coldness in his voice surprises even him. "I'm lost, sir. That woman's my aunt. I don't know my way home. Can you help me?" Jim looks away, resentment simmering. "Please, I'm scared." Something in the boy's voice cracks through Jim's anger. He sighs, nods. "All right, lad. We'll find her." As they walk, Daniel studies Jim's face. Recognition dawns. You're the guard. The one my aunt was yelling at." Jim nods. Daniel's face crumples. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. You just didn't know better. Jim finishes quietly. The boy's remorse is real, palpable. Why did you become a guard? Daniel asks. I wanted to serve my country, to be part of something bigger than myself. It looked really hard, standing so still for so long, especially in that heat. It takes practice and discipline. They walk in silence for a moment. Then Daniel speaks, voice small, fragile. I've been staying with Aunt Haley since my parents died. Plane crash. She doesn't really want me around. She's always angry or ignoring me. Jim feels a pang of sympathy. That must be very hard, but that doesn't excuse bad behavior. Respect and kindness should never be sacrificed for approval. Daniel nods. I understand. I won't do it again, I promise. As they walk, Jim reflects on his own journey, the mentors who guided him, the challenges he overcame. In Daniel, he sees a child at a crossroads. You know, Jim says, being a guard isn't just about standing still, it's about honor, duty, protecting what's important. Every person, no matter where they come from or what they look like, can embody those values. Daniel looks up with admiration. Do you think I could be a guard someday? Jim smiles. If you work hard and treat others with respect, you can be anything you set your mind to. Then they hear it, a commotion, from the west gate. Jim's instincts kick in. Stay close. They round the corner. There, harassing another black guard, is Haley. Hey you, what's the matter? Can't smile for the camera? Or are you just another fake guard like the last one? Jim's blood boils. He strides toward her. Excuse me, I think that's quite enough. Haley turns, recognizes him. A victorious grin flashes across her face. Oh, it's you. Come to cause more trouble? No, I've come to tell you that your behavior is a disgrace, not just to the royal institution, but to your nephew as well. How dare you lecture me about my nephew? You know nothing. I know enough. I know a child deserves better than to be taught hate and disrespect. A crowd gathers. Among them, Major Hall. His face stern, professional, but his eyes show concern. What's going on here? Jim, I dismissed you from duty, and now you're here stirring up trouble? Sir, this woman is harassing another black royal guard. Haley's expression shifts, sweet, innocent, childlike. Sir, I don't understand the fuss. I only wanted a picture. I didn't mean any harm. Jim clenches his jaw. Then Daniel steps forward, his small voice trembling but determined. It wasn't his fault, sir. My aunt. She jumped over the fence. She slapped him first. Major Hall's eyebrows rise. Haley sputters. That's preposterous. You can't believe a child over an adult. He's telling the truth, Jim adds calmly. After the slap, she abandoned Daniel. I was helping him find her when we came across her harassing another guard. Major Hall looks at Daniel, voice softening. Is this true, young man? Daniel nods vigorously. Yes, sir. Aunt Haley was saying mean things all day. I was wrong, too. Throwing peanuts. I'm really sorry. The sincerity in Daniel's eyes is unmistakable. Major Hall's expression hardens as he looks at Haley. Then Haley turns on Daniel. You ungrateful little brat. I should have known you'd side with him. You're nothing but trouble. Just like your parents. I didn't even want you. I left you in that crowd hoping you'd get lost. The poison in her voice shocks everyone. Daniel's face crumples, shoulders trembling. Jim moves closer, protective hand on the boy's shoulder. Major Hall's face darkens. Madam, I think you've said quite enough. He turns to Jim. Sergeant Harrington, I owe you an apology. I acted hastily without full knowledge. Jim nods, accepting with grace. Major Hall addresses the crowd. If any of you witnessed the earlier incident, please step forward. If you have recordings, we welcome your accounts. Several onlookers reach for their phones. Step forward. Jim feels a glimmer of hope. He looks down at Daniel, still trembling. It's all right, lad. You've been very brave today. What your aunt said, that's not on you. Daniel nods weakly. Jim turns to Major Hall. Sir, I believe Daniel's home situation might not be safe. Haley's comments reveal a clear lack of care, leaving a child alone in a crowded place. It's more than irresponsible. It's dangerous. Major Hall nods gravely. I agree, Sergeant. A police officer approaches, takes statements, reviews phone recordings. Ma'am, based on the accounts we've received, we'll be charging you under public order law. Additionally, we have concerns regarding the child's welfare. Haley's bravado crumbles. You can't do this. I'm his guardian. Her protests fall on deaf ears. A social worker arrives, assures Jim and Major Hall that Daniel's safety is their priority. Daniel looks up at Jim. What's going to happen to me? Jim kneels down. Don't worry, lad. These officers will make sure you're safe. Will I see you again? Jim smiles, ruffles the boy's hair. I hope so, kid. But even if you don't, you've got that guard figurine to remind you. And if you remember the lesson I taught you, then you've already got me right here. He taps Daniel's chest gently, over his heart. As Daniel is led away, he keeps glancing back, eyes searching for Jim. Jim watches him go. Relief, sadness, renewed purpose. He joined the Royal Guard to protect and serve. Today, stripped of his uniform but not his principles, he did exactly that. Major Hall turns to Jim, newfound respect in his eyes. Sergeant Harrington, I owe you more than an apology. Your actions today, both in uniform and out, have demonstrated the true virtues of the Royal Guard: integrity, compassion, courage. Jim stands straighter. Old habits. What you did today? Helping Daniel? Standing up to injustice? Maintaining your integrity even after being dismissed? That's the true essence of what it means to be a guard. Major Hall pauses. I'd like to offer you the opportunity to return to your post. The Royal Guard needs people like you, individuals who understand that our role goes beyond mere ceremony. Jim's heart races. Sir, I don't know what to say. Major Hall smiles, rare, transforming. Say yes, Sergeant. The uniform is waiting. Jim straightens, meets Major Hall's gaze. Yes, sir. I would be honored. Later that day, Jim resumes his post. Red uniform, bearskin cap, rifle bayonet. He scans the crowd. There, Daniel, standing at the edge. Different guardian beside him. Social worker, maybe. The boy's face lights up. He waves, still holding his toy guard figure. Jim returns a subtle smile, professional but warm. In that moment, he realizes something profound. He left a meaningful impression, planted a seed, one that could shape the boy's future. It's a quiet reminder of why he took up this role: to serve, to protect, sometimes to inspire. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe for more stories that matter. Tell us where you're watching from. We love seeing where these stories reach. Until next time, stay strong and stand tall. The uniform doesn't make you who you are. Your principles do. Would you have stood your ground?